Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is 3Chord Dave and today we're talking about guitars of the week. Yeah, it's a brand new show. It's going to happen every single Friday, so make sure to subscribe, click all the buttons, do all the things, and check out the links in the description. If you like any of these guitars and would like to make an offer, I'm not selling them, but other people are and they take offers. So check it out. We'll be back next week with another episode, but let's get into this week's, and here's our very first guitar of the week. It's a 2013 Brent Mason PRS signature guitar. Yeah, Brent Mason. He had that Fender that came out, the Telecaster, was it last year? Year before? People were like, that's a very cool guitar. Well, he had a signature guitar before with PRS, and this is it. It's a Carina body with a maple neck. It looks fabulous. It has a 408 pickup system from PRS, and in the middle you will see a single coil 305 pickup in there. Now, if it's not a Strat, I'm not a big fan of having 3 pickups, but it works in this case. There's coil splits and taps and all sorts of things on it there. Lots of tonal variety. As you will know, Brent Mason is a very popular session musician in Nashville. He plays all kinds of music and stuff. So very cool stuff from PRS. This will set you back €2,595, roughly the same amount of dollars, a buck or two more, not too much. But it's a very cool guitar and one that I think went under the radar with a lot of people, particularly people didn't know who Brent Mason was in 2013. A little bit better known in the guitar community now. So check out his 2013 PRS signature. The link is in the description. Now another very cool guitar that went under the radar a little bit is the Fender Aerodyne Stratocasters. Now these were made in Japan, which makes them cool already. But here's a cool story about them. So apparently Tom Morello, you know, who was in Rage Against the Machine and Audioslave, went into a Guitar Center to buy a guitar because he was going on tour, and straight off the shelf, he bought a Fender Aerodyne Strat, which later became his Soul Power signature model that Fender Mexico released. Was it last year again? Last year, year before? Either way, that's apparently what happened. And so this is a guitar that's a Fender made in Japan guitar that's been reissued by Fender Mexico, which is kind of cool if you think about it. This guitar is, you know, it's got that shiny black finish. It's got white binding, which is cool as well. It's got chrome hardware. Now, you guys who watch the channel on a regular basis will know I'm not a huge fan of black guitars or white guitars. I think, you know, I want different colors in my life, but when it comes to this, I think it's the exception to the rule. I do have an Aerodyne Strat in my cart on Reverb, and I have for quite a while. It's not a black one, it's a different color, which I'm not going to give away because you'll find it and buy it on me. But this one's a really good deal because the one I have in my basket is actually a couple $100 more. This one is €899, which is a great deal for one of these. Made in Japan guitar from Fenders. You know, they always do really well. So definitely one you should check out. And yeah, links in the description. Now I love this next guitar. It's number 3 on the list. It's a 1960s Silvertone 1448 or 1448. And it's just a cool guitar. Listen, here's the thing about these. These were made by Danelectro, which in the 60s was a cool guitar brand. They have that ridiculous headstock that I don't know what's going on there, but they're crazy. The shape is a little bit odd, and the finish was black sparkle, which gave it that little extra buzz. They only weighed about 5 pounds, just over 5 pounds, which is, I mean, all of that is cool in itself, but here's the cool thing about these guitars. They come with a case, which is, you know, nothing special about that, but the case has a built-in amplifier, and that's cool. That is cool. But when you find out it's a tube amplifier, it's even cooler. You're not going to play stadiums with this thing. It's a 3-watt tube amp. It's going to sound pretty good, but it's not going to sound like shaking the walls or anything like that. You want to go over to your friend's house, you want to jam over there, you want to play in your bedroom or move it to the kitchen. It's got everything you need in the box right there. So if you're looking for a 60s guitar, this is the one to get because it's just a very cool item of history, I think. And the fact that Danelectro made Silvertones just makes them that little bit cooler. You know, you can rock out with some Jimmy Page riffs on them. Anyway, this one is currently priced at €898 on Reverb. It's being sold by Thunder Road Guitars in Seattle. And if you don't know Thunder Road Guitars, they have a very, very cool Instagram page that you should check out. They put out a lot of mouth-watering guitar content every single day. You should definitely check those out. Now let's move on. A lot of people also say to me, I could never afford a 1959 Gibson. I'd need to sell my house. And that's not quite true either because check this out. This is a 1959 Gibson ES125T. Now, if you watch guitar content online, you'll know the ES stands for electric Spanish, the T at the end means thin line, and the 125, they're just numbers. So yeah, that's that. Now these guitars, ES guitars, were made in the Kalamazoo factory in 1959 in this exact same way as, say, the ES335 or the 345. Same body construction with the maple, poplar, maple. These were student guitars though, so you know, a lot of these were rushed out. Now, if there was a D after the T, it would mean there's two pickups, because that means dual. But this doesn't have a D, so there's only one pickup, and it's in the neck position. And that neck position pickup is a Dog Ear P90, which is, as we all know, the greatest pickup ever created. So that's a very cool thing to have. Now this guitar is coming in at just over €2,500, which honestly, it's a guitar that's lasted over 60 years. Not a bad deal. Probably a better 2,500 spent than, you know, the QC issued nightmares that they're pumping out right now. Just saying. Anyway, this is, as I said, an ES125T. I think they're definitely a very cool guitar. And if you're after that 50s Gibson vibe, something you should consider. And the final guitar of Guitars of the Week, the very first episode, is finally a guitar that can tune itself. What we've always wanted. Oh wait, no it's not. But there's something about these guitars, and just let me, I have a soft spot for them, just let me tell you, I think this guitar from 2007 by Gibson is actually going to go down in history. So yes, the robot tuning system was not a success. People didn't take it on, you know, it didn't last very long. Even when they tried to force it on everybody in 2015, people were like, no thanks, I can tune my own guitar. But this is an interesting entry into Gibson history. I do like the blue silver burst thingy color that they went with. I think that adds a little bit of niceness to it. The special case, that these are a first run and all that sort of stuff. I just think it adds up, and this is a full collection, and it's only €1,886. I say only because these are going to be worth more in the future. Now, I never recommend buying a guitar thinking about future value, but these are going to be collector's items because they didn't sell out. They didn't sell in huge numbers. And when you look back on it, it's one of those things Gibson did that was a bit strange, that didn't work. Those are the things that tend to be collectible. So check it out. I think this is a cool guitar. I think in 5 years' time, you're going to be lucky to get one of these for double the price, probably triple the price that they are right now. So that's why it is the final guitar on Guitars of the Week, the very first episode. Now don't forget, this is the very first episode of a new series. We'll have one of these every single Friday. Other guitar videos pop up on the channel during the week as well. And we do 3 Chord Dave live every single Saturday. Make sure you're a part of it. Press all the buttons, do all the things, hit the links in the description below. Do, you know, whatever you got to do. We'll be back for another guitar video very soon, guys. And until then, take care.